जयपुर वाया कोटा।
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत.
Lucknow Junction.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ
Hyderabad को 50 एक्सप्रेस পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন कृपया ध्यान दियो.
Well, the defending champions are off to a good start at their home ground. 2 points for them, getting there with a few balls to spare. Rahul Tewatia, Rashid Khan there in the end, and of course, very happy Ahmedabad crowd. I mean, they were happy because they got to see Dhoni and they got to see their team winning. So it's double happiness for them. Plus, they also saw Arijit Singh, so they're happy 3 ways now. So there you go, Gujarat winning by 5 wickets with 4 balls to spare. In the end, it looked dodgy perhaps for just a moment when Gujarat lost their 5th wicket. But Rashid came, hit a 6, hit a 4 and said, "What you guys worrying about? I'll get this done." This is Cricbuzz Live. Whenever I worry, I have 2 people here with me who say, "Don't worry, we'll get it done." Joy Bhattacharjya and Harsha Bhogle. Hello. How's it going?
I was just thinking that they've just started the season exactly how they ended their last season, which is that supreme confidence that Gujarat had last year, that somebody would have put up their hand up and win it for them. So when nothing happens, Vijay Shankar can't win it, Shubman can't finish it, Rashid Khan comes and decides. One of them will always get the job done. And I think that was what they did last year so well.
You know what has happened? They saw the curtain raiser yesterday. You were talking about the sophomore curse, right? Yeah. Which means the curse in the second year. That curse in the second year, how can you negate it? By continuing the first year.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is what they're doing, right? Yeah. You see what this is. We are all pawns in Joy Bhattacharya's game of life.
I really wish.
He's getting embarrassed. Look at him. He's gone as red as the chair. That's good. He doesn't take compliments well.
This chair is cream.
This chair is...
It's the redness that's reflecting on this.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It really is. Okay. Should we carry on?
It really is.
We should carry on. Anyway,
Okay.
Let's stop. But for Gujarat, it's such a good point Joy makes. Even last year, there was a lot of games where you thought, no, it's going out of their hand now. But Joy's right. Somebody in the end just said, what are you guys worrying about?
Yeah, I mean, that Shubman Gill played such a classy innings. We were blessed today to see 2 very, very good young players play classy innings.
Yeah.
Ruturaj Gaikwad and Shubman Gill. But you're right, somebody comes to the party, and I actually think that Vijay Shankar had played his part.
Yeah.
He was almost overstaying it. It's a very peculiar thing in T20 cricket. When is that point of inflection at which departure is not such a bad option?
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the shots. He had fabulous 6 back over long on.
Correct.
But they needed someone to just do something out of the ordinary, and Rashid did that.
Yeah.
So it was a peculiar contest in many ways, in that it was a team that was short of bowling, up against a team that was short of batting.
Yeah.
And they provided us a very good finish.
Yeah. A long finish, of course. The game went...
They have to do something about it.
Yeah, the game can't be over 4 hours.
Yeah.
The reason why these games shifted from 8 p.m. after so many years to 7:30 p.m. is because they said, they're going very late, so therefore for India to watch it. But you started earlier, but you're finishing even later.
Yeah, they have to find a way out. You can't say there was an injury. Okay, one day there was an injury. One day we had to look at replays. One day we had to look at something. You got to include all that. You cannot play that long.
But overshooting by an hour on a 3-hour game, that's 33%.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's one more point I want to make, which is Gill's batting. Okay, fantastic innings. Okay, 63. How many balls did he face? 36.
Yeah.
How many balls did his team play in that period? He got
when
out
did
the
he get
last ball of the 15th over, 90 balls.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So of the 90 balls, so the guy who's in form has faced only 40% of the bowling. So and it exactly the same happened with Rituraj. Rituraj faced about 45% of his team's of the bowling when he was at the crease.
Yeah.
Both these guys, if you see, looked a cut above everyone else on their team.
Yep.
And yet somehow they were not able to dominate strike. And that's something perhaps your young players, it's worth looking at, that when a Dhoni or when a Rohit Sharma were in moods like that, they would farm the strike. They'd take it. They say, give it to me. Because I'm hitting it so well. And maybe there's something here for these guys to learn, saying that when you're in such sublime touch, farm the strike, take more strike, call for it if necessary.
Here's what we got. Stokes 7 of 6, Raidu 12 of 12, Shivan Dubey 19 of 18 in that middle over phase when Ruturaj was batting like
Who finished
fabulous.
at 92 of 50.
Sai Sudarshan 22 of 17, Pandya 8 of 11, Vijay Shankar 27 of 21. Those are the partnerships.
Yeah.
So it almost mirrored what Chennai did,
Yeah.
where this young free-stroking batter was winning the game, but was not facing enough balls.
Yeah, the only difference is when a team does it when batting second, the advantage they have is they know the target, right?
Correct.
And that's exactly what happened
So
with
Moin was
Gujarat.
spot on when he said we're 15-20 short. We felt the same way too, that they were 15-20 short.
Yeah.
on that track.
Let's have a look at what Chennai's bowlers did. As their captain said, they were a little short for sure. But there you go. It's Deepak Chahar. 4 overs for 20 for 29. Sorry, no wicket for him. Tushar Deshpande got the 1 wicket. Was very expensive. Hangar Gekar definitely good. Picked up 3 wickets for 36. Nothing for Santner and the 1 wicket for Ravindra Jadeja. Pick of the bowlers definitely the Hangar Gekar games. Joy.
I'd say Hangar Gekar was excellent. He, gave away 1 no ball, that relatively inexperienced, but he looked really good. He looked incisive, he looked good. And he looked a guy who could bounce back. Again, when you bowl a no ball early and you get hit, for a bowler to bounce back is great. And I loved it. And as Harsha was saying, he's looking much leaner, much fitter. Remember, last year we were waiting for him to play and he was not playing. So somewhere, he almost, Dhoni kept him on the burner saying that, okay, get ready, get cooked well, get cooked well. Now I feel he's ready. But
He's also played a lot of domestic cricket this year. He's had a good domestic season with Maharashtra.
Yeah.
If you just look at this and if you look at the second half of the game, that's Gujarat's batting, is it fair to say there never really was a good 3-4 over spell perhaps where Chennai looked like they could stop Gujarat?
The only time was when the spinners were bowling well.
Yeah.
But there was nothing in this track for the spinner.
Yeah.
So I think the fact that they bowled 8 overs for 60 was actually a very good result from Santner and Jadeja. But they had just no experience around. They wanted an Alzari Joseph. They wanted a quality, experienced seam bowler around them.
Yeah.
Now, once Chahar had bowled the first 2, see, he doesn't normally like to bowl Chahar at the end.
Yeah.
But now he's got no choice because he's got these 2 inexperienced people. And there's a feeling that Moin only bowls to left-handers. I'm not sure that's entirely valid. But did he get enough left-handers to bowl to? Should he have bowled a couple of overs when Sai Sudarshan was batting to leave maybe an over short from Tushar Deshpande? I don't know. But he never used Moin and he cannot use Stokes. So I think towards the end, can you imagine towards the end, 18, 19, 20, 30 to get, and you're looking and saying he's got 1 over from Hangar Gekar and 1 from Tushar Deshpande.
Yeah, and bear in mind that actually Chahar bowled a really good over in the end.
Yeah, he bowled a 7-run over in between.
Yeah.
So you need 30. That means Chahar has brought it down to 23 of 2. And they won with 4 balls left.
Yeah.
So,
I mean...
no, I think Hangar Gekar brought it down. Chahar's last over...
Was it Hangar Gekar who bowled
Yeah,
that
Chahar's
over?
last over was 15. Hangar Gekar bowled a 7-run
So then
over.
Hangar Gekar, sorry.
Bowled a 7-run over, came to 23 of 2.
Yeah.
And then those 2 Rashid shots.
Chahar does not like bowling in the end, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there you go. So
No, but you must have your team balanced such that he should need to bowl at the end.
Exactly, but that's the issue, right? He's lost Mukesh Chaudhary, right? He's not getting any overs from Ben Stokes. So
at some point he'll get Thikshana.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the moment you get Tikshana, Santner goes.
Yeah.
So that Indian bowler, they'll still need to get someone.
Or they have to get Moin. Just because he's an off spinner and you're not...
He has to bowl.
You have to bowl.
You can't have a Moin and a Stokes in your team and not bowl a single over. So at some point, you'll have to start getting overs out of them.
Do we look at this Chennai team and, it's just one game. I know they play 14. But after you look at the bench and after you look at the 11 that they played today, and the fact that Dhoni is the kind of captain who likes a lot of options, can we safely say that perhaps their bowling is not where you want a potential champion side bowling to be?
We must ask Deepu to pull out when Chennai last used only 5 bowlers.
Just something that struck out as well, right?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't do that.
No.
He never does that. In fact,
unless it's a situation where he doesn't need the 6th bowler, his 5 are bowling so well.
Yeah.
But I don't think he thought he had a 6th option today. We thought there's options because we included Moin.
correct.
But maybe Dhoni just didn't think he had options today.
I don't think, you notice when he goes into games, there's sometimes Ravindra Jadeja who's not bowled overs when he doesn't need them. Today, so that's why you feel like this is probably the first time that he's kind of behind the 8 ball when it comes to
It
his
also
bowling
suggests, one of the reasons we all think CSK had a decent chance of qualifying was because of home games.
Yeah.
It suggests on tracks like these, their bowling is not holding.
Yeah.
So
It'll be
then-
interesting to see how it goes at home. They, of course, have the spinners, they have that pedigree, and if it's that kind of ground, which it looks like it may be, kind of low, slow, sluggish, then that could.
Yeah. Look, Chennai has a 70% record at home.
Yeah.
No other IPL team has a record close to that.
Also, they've got a bulk of their home games right at the end, so they're not going to worry too much about losing on the road. Just Chennai things,
Yeah, they've got 4 of the last 6 games, I think, at home.
But they'll need somebody, some other bowlers to come to the party.
One of the
At this
issues
point-
last year also, Joy, and we're already seeing it this year, was who bowls to the death. Remember, we said that in the preview. Who
Yeah.
bowls to the death?
Yeah.
And we still don't have an answer.
It's a problem for them. But on the other side for Gujarat, remember that each bowler, you need bowlers because those 20 overs have to be bowled. In the end, even when we thought that the batting was done, Rashid comes at 7, hits that 4 and a 6, changes the equation completely, makes it gettable. So there you go, right? And they won't play a batter shot next time. Remember, they'll probably have an Abhinav Manohar walking into this situation. Today, they had to make a forceful substitution because Kane Williamson got injured. In the next game, perhaps playing Matthew Wade or David Miller if he comes back.
Miller will come back.
Miller comes back, so Miller plays in that position or comes in for him, and then you can
let's
get a
see
batting
Williams.
So
substitute.
Miller comes for Williamson, and then you substitute a bowler out for
Take a bowler
Matthew
out,
Wade.
get a batter
Matthew
in,
Wade.
get an Abhinav
It'll
Manohar.
be touch and go because I think Gujarat Titans' next game is on the 4th of April in Delhi.
Yeah.
And I think in South Africa, they
play on the
finish
3rd.
on the 2nd.
So he comes in on the 3rd.
They finish on the
He
2nd.
can get off
the reschedule.
basically gets off the flight in Delhi and goes straight to
Straight to
bat.
play, but he's come straight from games anyway. He's come straight from games.
So he's good.
So yeah.
Look
Yeah,
at
didn't
it
even
like
need
an
to bat
IPL
today.
game. You just travel one day, play the next day.
I mean, they're playing against a Netherlands side that's got nobody. They might as well have told David Miller, you go and bat somewhere else.
All right, so plus for Gujarat, of course, get the 2 points in this. For Chennai fans, just a little bit to worry about with the bowling. But remember, these are away games. In the home games, you have Deepak Chahar, you perhaps, you have all the spinners, you don't need that much tearaway pace in Chennai. So if you're a Chennai fan, don't worry just as yet.
Just got to be a little careful though with the impact player rule. Every team can go to Chennai and play 3 spinners.
True. So they'll play 4.
मेरे पास एक और है.
They have them.
So this is like India in the 70s, Gavaskar will come and bowl 2 overs of seam, and after that, Bedi Chandrasekhar in the whole
Gavaskar was
lot.
among the more accomplished 2 overs of pace bowlers
Yeah.
there. You had Budhi Kundaran, Tiger Pataudi, V. Subramanya, anybody just
Just take little bit of this thing off the ball.
Anybody who could basically bowl of 8 steps was pretty much allowed to open the bowling.
I mean, SMD tells this hilarious story of bowling a bouncer to Rohan Kanhai.
Yeah, said it on my podcast.
And he just,
Actually.
looked and laughed at him.
And he said, so Rohan Kanhai looked at him and just laughed, saying, what's up with you? What's going on? And he said, I think the snarl afterwards was more lethal than the actual ball. Perhaps was. All right, so 2 points to Gujarat. They are off to the races, as they say. Well, there's the 2 games coming tomorrow. That's right. It's the weekends, which means the double headers are here. The game in the afternoon, that's at Mohali, is going to be between Punjab and Kolkata. Of course, new captain and for Punjab and a forced change. So new captain for Kolkata because Nitish Rana is going to be captaining them. Let's have a look at their squads and try to guess what the 11 could be. With Punjab, that's always a tough job because nobody knows.
How many are
So
available?
Livingston is not available. Definitely.
Livingston not available, correct.
Rabada not available.
Rabada not available.
Ellis is a good replacement for Rabada.
Matthew Short is coming for Johnny Bairstow.
Sikandar Raza for Liam Livingston, maybe?
Yeah, if you say somebody who can bat and bowl a bit, definitely. And he's been having an outstanding season in most T20 leagues.
Who's opening with Shikhar Dhawan?
So they play.
Prabh Simran
They have to play. He had a fabulous Syed Mushtaq Ali.
or Jitesh?
No. I think Jitesh likes to bat down, so they probably play Jitesh at 5 and play Prabh Simran at the top. Because I remember when I was trying to make my first 11 for Punjab, I wrote Shikhar Dhawan, opener. And I never filled it.
Yeah.
And then Deepu said Prabh Simran's had a good season this year, but some team or the others backed him for a long time, but they have to play him. There's no choice.
Let's have a look at their bowling as well and see who they would have there. Let's bring that squad back up again.
So Chahar and Ellis, Arshdeep, Chahar, Ellis select themselves, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
Yes.
You had a lot of good things to say about Kavirappa.
Yeah, but I don't know if they would need him because...
Oh, there's Sam Curran as well. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you've got Ellis, Arshdeep and Karan. You've got those 3 quick bowlers. And then they'll probably play either Raj Bawa or Rishi Dhawan as their sort of seam bowling all-rounder. So that's your fourth. Then you've got Rahul Chahar and Harpreet Brar. So they've got the bowling.
Yeah.
Who's
And
their four
Raza also
foreigners?
might
And
bowl for
Raza
them.
can bowl a
Raza
bit.
Who's
can
their
bowl.
four foreigners here then?
Okay.
Sam
Ellis.
Curran, Nathan Ellis.
Karan Ellis.
Rajapaksa.
If they want Rajpaksa at the top and maybe Raza.
Okay.
Because they only have 5.
Looks good. No, they've got 6, right? There's only
Yeah,
Rabada
so
not
they
available.
can afford to drop. Either Matthew Short plays or Sikandar Raza plays, I feel.
Hmm.
They play one of those two.
I think Sikandar Raza may play. Right? Give them a
hope
bowling
so.
option. All right.
So, yeah.
That's the
This is
Punjab
not a
squad.
very bad team. This is not a bad team. This is not as undercooked as you'd think.
As we discussed yesterday, it's never a bad collection of players.
Fair point.
There is
Now
a
we will see
difference.
they're a good team.
Yeah, there's a difference between...
And Shikhar captain, himself not quite in the best of form, and philosophical enough to say, I would have picked Gill over myself.
Yeah. That is
Shikhar,
interesting.
Shikhar is now a philosopher full time.
That's true.
He's a benevolent philosopher.
Yeah. He's a great guy.
He's a
great guy.
benevolent philosopher.
Love him. Let's have a look at the Kolkata team and see, try to predict what their 11 could be. Of course, Nitish Rana captaining in the absence of Shreyas Iyer. Let's see who's not available there
Mittal's
for
not there.
them.
Shakib's not there.
Shakib's not there. Litin Das is not there. Is Loki good? Is Loki alright?
Yeah, so they've got Loki, they've got Southee, they've got Visser, they've got Narayan, they've got Russell, and they've got Gurbaz.
Okay, so Narayan and Russell play.
Narayan and
Gurbaz-
Russell will play. Narayan doesn't play for KKR next 20 years.
That is true, they will.
One fast bowler, Loki, and Gurbaz possibly.
Yeah.
Do you open with Gurbaz and maybe
Jagadisan.
Yeah, either Gurbaz or Jagadisan or
Venkatesh
Mandeep has
Iyer.
opened also sometimes, but Venkatesh Iyer is, I think, the guy they're going to go with.
Okay, so Venkatesh Iyer, let's say, opens with Gurbaz.
Gurbaz.
I like Gurbaz actually, good player.
Okay, so then you go definitely
Nitish Rana, the captain, is a
Nitish,
3.
Jagadisan, somewhere in that whatever
Yes,
order.
and
you
Nitish
should
would
be
be
there.
3.
And Rinku Singh.
Then Rinku Singh.
And then the team picks itself after that.
Yeah,
Once you
then,
get to...
then Andre Russell comes in, Sunil Narayan comes in, Shardul Thakur comes in immediately,
Yeah.
those 3.
Okay.
And then Loki, Varun Chakravarti and Umesh Yadav.
All right, player to watch out for both teams, Punjab and Kolkata. Come on, crystal ball, #fields. Where are we going?
Are we allowed to
play.
say Sunil Narayan or we've been saying that since 2012?
You're allowed to. You can say it till, you can say it till 2047, till he's playing.
Yeah.
It's allowed. It's in the rules. Sunil Narayan.
I think I'd like to say Nitish Rana.
Okay, good.
Because he's captain. He's not been captain before. There are big players in that side. Shakib's going to come back. Russell is in that side. Sunil Narayan's in that side. Lockie Ferguson's in that side.
Yeah.
And he's captain. So I'd love to see how he comes to terms with being captain and then carries his own form. Because if he doesn't score runs in the first 2-3 games, no one points finger and say, you captain. But you know, you want to be, if you're leading the side, you want to be doing well. So I want to see how Nitish Rana handles that. I want to see that bit.
Okay, for you?
Venkatesh Iyer. Simply because, I mean, he was the reason they reached the finals in 21. He was
Okay.
absolutely sensational. He had a very average 22. He's done reasonably well in domestic this year. If he's opened, if he's determined, I think you're going to see more of him. Then, he certainly is not going to give you the season he gave you last year.
Okay, great. And for
Plus, he's
Punjab?
got flexibility. He can bat at 4. He can open the batting. So you say, okay, I'll open with Gurbaz and Jagadisan. I'll open. I can play Venkatesh Iyer at 4, where he played for Madhya Pradesh.
Yeah.
If you say, no, I'm not so sure, I can open with Venkatesh Iyer as well. So he gives you that little bit of flexibility around.
Good. Punjab player?
In my book, I think if their bowling has to succeed, I think Rahul Chahar has to come to the party. They took him with a lot of hope when they took him, saying that he's going to be our enforcer bowler. They gave up Vishnoi, they went with Chahar. And I feel his last couple of years have not been what the promise he had shown before that. I think he's a bowler to watch out for this year.
For the very same reason I said Nitish Rana, I want to look at Shikhar Dhawan.
Okay.
Again, when he was captain at Sunrisers, didn't go that well at Sunrisers. So I'd like to see Shikhar Dhawan there. But I want to see Arshdeep's form.
So basically, you're going left-handed tomorrow.
I think they're all left-handed. Rajapaksa is left-handed, Shikhar is left-handed,
it's a
Sam
team.
Curran is left-handed.
Yeah.
So
You're going left-handed
no,
tomorrow.
because what happens is if Arshdeep bowls well for them and gets going really well,
Yeah.
Ellis bowls well at the death, but once Rabada comes back, they want Rabada at the start. That allows you to bowl. So Arshdeep gives them that flexibility of slotting bowlers in different places.
Okay, let me tell you that this entire discussion is pointless because my informant in Chandigarh, little Ayan, tells me that the chance of rain is pretty strong tomorrow. So,
In Chandigarh?
yeah, that's that.
Why? I mean, it was
why? I don't know.
It was a chance of snow in
Do I need to
Mumbai.
explain to you why rain
What
happens?
was a chance of snow in Mumbai?
What's the chance?
Why should it be raining in Chandigarh in April?
Because of global warming.
I mean, it rained in Ahmedabad.
Climate change.
It rained in Ahmedabad last evening.
Yes. Are you alarmed? Have you woken up in 2023?
No, but this is April. This is April.
Yes. It was raining in Delhi. For ओले पड़ रहे थे सर दिल्ली में 5 दिन पहले. ओले. जब भी कोई लड़की देखूं मेरा दीवाना
Ole is
बोले,
hail.
ओले, ओले.
I know.
To which you know what
And
Delhi.
Marathi ole means wet. So,
You know what Delhiites say, na? Good drinkers. So they say कि भगवान ने अभी पानी भी दे दिया, बर्फ भी दे दिया. अब बाकी आपका काम है.
आप गिलास लेके आ जाइए बस. चलिए अभी दिल्ली की बात करें तो फिर दिल्ली की बात कर लेते हैं. We're talking about Delhi and Lucknow. That's the second game.
yeah, tell me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you please ask your Khabri
Yeah.
whether it's going to rain in the afternoon or in the evening? That game is in the afternoon.
I know. He's
So it
just
might rain in
saying.
the evening. Ask your Khabri if it's going to rain in the evening.
He's saying
Because
there's
I've got
chance
to-
of rain. So I said there is chance of rain tomorrow.
I've got to sleep for 2
I-
hours,
I ju-
get a cab at
Yeah,
4 o'clock
just
and go to the airport.
You still have to go whether it rains or it doesn't.
I also want you to remember that it's going to be April 1st in a minute, and he might have gone early.
That could happen as well.
Your nephew is conning
It's
you.
almost April. It's actually almost April.
Your
1.
nephew is just conned you.
Yeah, well, Delhi and Lucknow playing tomorrow, and we have to talk about Delhi first because Lucknow said you must.
पहले आप-
Well done. That was
We're
well
going to talk about Delhi first.
Brilliant.
Let's have a look at their team. They, of course, don't have their captain, Rishabh Pant, and captaining in his absence is somebody who knows a thing or two about captaining an IPL championship team. That is David Warner. Took Hyderabad to their trophy in 2016, so he's going to be captaining tomorrow. What's good for them, excuse me, is that they've got a couple of guys who are in great form, especially their batting unit is in great form. They don't have Andrik Nokia and Lungi Ngidi available for the game tomorrow. They don't even have Mustafizur Rahman,
either.
so no Fizz. So basically all
No
the
Nokia
international
either. No
pace
Nokia, no
bowlers-
Fizz, no-
Yeah, no
yeah.
international pace bowlers available for them tomorrow. But yeah, otherwise their batters are all looking in good form. Yash Dhul is looking in good form. Mitchell Marsh, Robin Powell, Sarfaraz Khan, Prithvi Shaw.
So basically,
they've all got runs.
They don't need to play Manish Pandey or Yash Dhul tomorrow, strictly speaking.
Yeah.
Because they'll open with Prithvi Shaw, David Warner. They can play Mitch Marsh, Rovman Powell, Riley Russo, all of them.
Okay.
And then Sarfaraz to keep wickets.
Interesting.
And then Sarfaraz to keep wickets.
Yeah.
Then Akshar. And then all your bowling is entirely Indian.
Yeah.
So Akshar at 7, then Kuldeep, Sakaria. I don't know if Khalil is fit or no.
Koti.
And
Probably Nagarkoti because
maybe
he probably batted
Mukesh
a bit better.
Kumar. They paid a lot of money.
Yeah, Mukesh,
Mukesh
5
Kumar.
crores they paid for Mukesh.
Yeah, could be Mukesh Kumar.
that-
I think
that
Mukesh
could be the
Kumar will
11.
start tomorrow.
Yeah, the interesting
Indian
thing
bowlers.
is that they will have a chance to check out which of, say, if they say Mitch Marsh is going to be that player and David Warner are going to be the two set players, who the third is between Robman Powell, Riley Russo and Phil Salt, they actually have a chance to check out a couple of those guys.
Fair enough. Yeah, good possibility tomorrow.
It's a
Let's have a
fabulous
look
top
at the
six,
Lucknow
though.
team. Sorry?
It's a very powerful top 6.
Telling you,
what
their
about
batting is
Prithvi
looking
Shaw?
intense.
I mean, what about Prithvi Shaw by himself?
Yeah.
Prithvi Shaw's strike rate 189.
I was just thinking the other day, I said, what if they decide to open with Mitchell Marsh and Prithvi Shaw, right? If Warner came at 3 for Australia, let's say Warner says, I'll come at 3 for Delhi. Because those two, if they get going, do you remember that 90, 100 run odd power play that Sunil Narayan and Chris Lynn did once in Bangalore?
106 or something.
100 plus it was.
Yeah.
These guys could do that in every power play.
Is Joy saying 106?
It is 106.
I think 105 in 6 overs.
But
Whatever.
That was okay.
yeah.
It was a century basically in the power play. If any two people can do that, it's Mitchell Marsh and Prithvi Shaw.
Yeah, but see the advantage. Why do they play the way they do? Because today, if you see David Warner, even from his SRH days towards the end, he's now a percentage batsman. He does not take chances up front. And
Yes,
if you
so
see
then
his
let him bat at 3. Let him do what...
so his consistency is marvelous. What Prithvi gives him the opportunity of is playing at his own pace.
Yeah.
So Warner will never leave the chance to be allowed to play at his own pace because he knows that no matter what happens, Prithvi will thrash the ball. If Prithvi gets out, Mitch Marsh will thrash the ball. So what it does is it gives a chance for Warner to set. And that's what he'll always try and do as a captain. And look, all great batsmen are always slightly selfish. They need to be. They need to feel that I need to be there in the end to do it.
We're also talking of probably one of the two or three greatest openers in the history of the IPL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But we've had
and
enough
he's
captains.
captain, and
We've had
he's
enough
captain.
captains who have sacrificed. I mean, we saw a new captain last year, Hardik Pandya. He would step back sometimes, right?
And
I mean,
Mayank
when he had a
Agarwal
bat
too.
and say, all right, no, like, I don't want the glory all the time, right? Or Mayank Agarwal. You've seen enough captains
my
do that.
gut feel is David Warner will tell Mitch Marsh, dude, there's only one way you're opening. And that is if you beat me in a race with bat and pads onto the ground.
Okay.
And you don't beat Warner in a race, especially if he knows that if Mitch Marsh runs too fast, he might do his hamstrings again.
Yeah.
So you don't beat Warner is opening. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't open. I can understand all the logic behind why.
I'm just saying that you can finish the game in the first 6 overs, right? You can finich the game in the first 6 overs.
It is a mouth-watering prospect.
It is, isn't it? All right, let's have a look at the Lucknow team and see where they are. There's a mouth-watering prospect there as well. Mouth-opening as well. With KL Rahul and Quinton de Kock at the top. Nicholas Puran perhaps also coming in there.
Yeah, and Deepak Hooda.
Marcus Stoinis, there's Deepak Hooda. They've got enough. This is also looking like a good solid team. Who are your foreigners there? Well, there's Marcus Stoinis, Quinton de Kock, Nicholas Puran, Mark Wood.
Yeah, but Quinton doesn't come for the first game, so probably Kylie Mayers will be. Okay.
Kyle Myers would, Mayers would probably start in his place.
Yeah, he can go boom as well and give you 2-3 overs. Unless, is there another Indian opening option there? Because they'd be so tempted to play Romario Shepherd.
Yeah.
Because with Romario Shepherd, if it's 50 to get in 3 overs, he'll say, yeah, man. Yeah. I could.
Yeah,
I
he
could.
has.
But yeah, I can see at the moment why. But in any case, they got to find an opener. Do they go ask Stoinis to open?
Look,
Mayers will open.
I think Mayers will open
They'll
just
go with
because
Mayers.
they'll not want to mix it up. And
They'll go with Mayers.
and then they'll go with Puran at 3.
And then
or Hooda,
and forget all about Stoinis and send him out at 8.
Yeah, send him out.
In that first game last
Sorry, sorry, he's there. Oh, where is he?
Yeah. He's done it. It's happened once before. All right, so that second game, both those teams are looking really solid. I think that's the real mouth-watering prospect because in the first one, it's not mouth-watering, it's going to be sky-watering. Apparently, it's going to rain in Chandigarh in the afternoon.
Going a long way.
Okay, it won't rain. Fine, it won't rain. देखो अपने बोलने से क्या फर्क पड़ता है होना है तो होना है नहीं होना तो नहीं होना चलिए बताइए #feels player to watch out from each team.
I want to see how again Prithvi Shaw. I think
Prithvi
he set
Shaw.
the mood for the evening.
Done. Prithvi Shaw and Lucknow.
Lucknow.
Just put up the Lucknow side again. I just want to see something.
I
on
want
the
to see.
Lucknow side
I
again.
want to see Nicholas Puran do something. He's too good a player to have a season like he did last
Yeah, but
year.
we've said that for a long time. So I really hope he does well. No Mohsin Khan there. At the start of the year, I put down 2 players. At the start of the IPL, I put down 2 players as players I wanted to watch out for, and they're both playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
One is Prithvi Shaw, and the other is Ravi Bishnoi.
Okay.
So I'm going Prithvi Shaw and Ravi Bishnoi as my players to watch out for.
All right, brilliant. We've got a bit of business left from a long time ago because this match did start yesterday. That was the Joy Factor question. It's past 12. Past 12. You guys want to see the team sheets like 6 times?
It's not
12 o'clock at night?
Sorry.
काम अच्छा होता है पर इतना भी नहीं. But Joy Factor is still left. वो तो दिखाइए. जरा बताइए तो सही.
Okay.
Yeah, but hang on. Is Joy Factor valid on the next day?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
Okay, if Sikandar Raza is the latest and Tatendra Taibu the first, who is the second? And the answer, of course, is, as you said, Sachin Tendulkar was the hint.
For a while, Ray Price used to trouble Tendulkar a lot.
Absolutely. He was a left-arm bowler who used to trouble Tendulkar. And obviously, Mumbai, when they were looking for a spinner, Sachin said, you got to go and look at Ray Price. And in fact, after that, there's been only one other guy before Sikandar Raza. We had a long drought. In the middle, there's only Brendan Taylor, who was briefly there for Sunrisers.
So he was the 4th. No, you were the 3rd.
He was the 3rd, and Sikandar Raza is the latest.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Ray Price is a big guy to just come and dart them in like that.
Somebody knew that, right? So a lot of people knew that. The first correct answer came from? Show it. Pujit. Pujit Naglis Manning? What? Pujit. I don't know why this sounds like an account that Joy made because nobody was answering the question correctly. He went quickly.
Figure out whether that's a phone number or 912275.
It's too short. It's 8 digits.
Yeah, it's 8 digits. Not enough there.
Yeah.
Just next time you make a fake account, just work a little harder. Huh?
Or maybe he went with this telephone number. He's from Mumbai.
Yeah.
Landline number 9122, and then someone lost it somewhere.
Okay. None of
They
this
ran
is
out of
making
those
sense.
zeros, what are the ovals to fill in.
None of it is making any sense. So congratulations, Pujit. Well done. None of it. We've tried, but we've given up. 8, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the entire date of birth. I don't know the last 4. What was it? But whatever it is, congratulations to you. And remember, for those of you who didn't make it, you get a chance to try it tomorrow. Twice. 2 questions tomorrow or just the one?
One.
2 कर दो ना सर. एक अब बोल दी अब क्या करें?
But you're
चलिए,
charging
कोई
for
बात
2,
नहीं.
no?
Still. Yeah. Well, Mr. Bhogle has to go to the airport now because he has to go to Mohali with his umbrella. So he's going to head there. Thank you so much for being here with us on day 1 and day 2 of the IPL. Thank you so much for being here. A big thank you to Mr. Joy Bhattacharya, who I'm going to be seeing later today. Don't say that. It just makes me feel tense.
Game starts 3:30. You're on at 3 o'clock. You'll be in studio at 2 o'clock.
Yeah. You'll be here at 2. Make sure everything's fine. I'll be here at 2:55.
And if you think life is hard to be coming here at 2 o'clock, just think of the guy who's taking an Uber in the morning and going to the airport and going to Chandigarh and has a 1:30 call time.
Yeah. I'm expecting to read a tweet at about 5:30 about this service that you're talking about. Right? I'm expecting to read that tweet. So tune in for
I
that.
tweet at 5:30. I've lost my flight anyway.
We're gonna see you on Saturday at 3 p.m. IST. That's when we're going to see you here on the English show for Cricbuzz Live. We're going to have Michael Vaughan that's going to be joining Joy and me. So I'm going to say thank you to all of you for joining us on day 1 and day 2. And I'm Gaurav Kapur saying good night and good luck. See you in a bit.
Jaipur via Kota.
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ
Hyderabad 50 Express পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন। कृपया ध्यान दें